Good evening, everybody. I will start this session. Welcome to the WMGA Swing Series. This is our 11th Swing Series, and I'm so happy that they've been as successful as they have. And I'm really excited for today's in regards to fashion. So we've been doing some dry runs, and I can't wait for you to see the outfits that Kim has planned for us. In regards to just the logistics, you are all on mute and you will only be able to see the speaker. From that regards, if you have a question, you can hit the chat button and type something out, and Sarah and I will be monitoring that. You could also raise your hand. So be sure to let us know if you needed Kim to show you a fabric or show something a little closer, or if you have a question. By all means, this is very interactive. So we do have Kim Schrader with us today. She is the account executive with Summit Golf Brands and has been with us for the last 4 years. She currently resides in Stamford, Connecticut, and she covers the Metropolitan PGA section. And Sarah and I met with her most recently during the virtual PGA show. And when we saw all the stuff that she had with the brands and the type of outfits, we were like, you got to tell our membership this. And she's got a great little discount program for us that she will explain during her presentation. She's been in the industry for 10 years as a merchandise manager at 2 private golf clubs in the Northeast, and has since developed a love for golf fashion as well as the love of the game. And you're going to see not only outfits for the fairway, but you're also going to see it for the 19th hole. She's got great ways to get the versatility there. And to help monitor and MC this session, I've asked Shannon Boyle, who is our board of directors for programs and initiatives, to work with her. Shannon is obviously a terrific golfer, and she of course looks great on the course, so she is going to be able to really help us pinpoint what to look for in the fashion and questions to ask him. So with that, Shannon, I will turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you so much for the kind introduction, Lorianne. And Kim, thank you so much for joining us tonight for this swing series. I'm sure everybody's sitting at home looking at that rack of beautiful clothes behind you, anxious to hear what you have to tell us. So let's just jump right in. I think a great way to sort of set the stage, if you don't mind, is just spend a couple minutes telling us about Summit Brands, like the history of your company, how you view sort of the female golfer and female fashion, and maybe how that's evolved over time. And I know you have 3 wonderful brands under your umbrella. So if you could tell us a little bit about each of the brands and maybe how we can think about differentiating them. I think that'd be a great place to start.
Perfect. Thank you, Lorianne. Thank you, Shannon. Really appreciate it. And thank you, ladies, for being here. I'm so excited. We have a lot going on this time of year at Summit Golf Brands. We're currently on the road selling our summer fall product, which I actually have behind me. So you'll get a little sneak peek at that. It hasn't even begun shipping yet. But first, I wanted to get into a little bit of a history of Summit Golf Brands. As most of you know if you're in the golf industry and you play, you know of at least one of our brands. And we actually have 4, 3 ladies brands and 1 men's only. We have Zero Restriction, Fairway Greene, EP New York, and Be Dratty. And this is actually the 30th anniversary of Zero Restriction this year, which is the brand that started us off. And so in 1991, Zero Restriction was formed by a guy in the ski industry who actually was a known golfer, and he was frustrated at the lack of rain gear within the golf industry. So he created Zero Restriction, and 6 years later, down the road, the brands Fairway Greene and EP were formed, and in that, Summit Golf Brands was formed. So last year, we celebrated the 25th anniversary of Fairway Greene and EP. So 2 big years for 3 of our brands, which is really exciting. And just to see the evolution over time, how the golf apparel business has changed since then. As you know, not too long ago, women's golf apparel wasn't very, very womanly. I mean, 10 years ago, as Lori mentioned, I had worked my first job in a golf shop as the shop manager, and my boss said to me, pick out an outfit, walk around the shop, pick out a nice polo, pick out a skirt. And I walked around and I didn't want to wear a single thing. And this was only 10 years ago. So the way that things have evolved since then, we have since added another brand back in 2013, which is Be Dratty. And if you have husbands, sons, brothers, anyone who's a golfer, they have probably heard of this brand. So we've added to the portfolio, so to speak. And then back in 2017, I think was our biggest milestone, where we rebranded the EP Pro brand. So you're probably familiar with EP Pro, fashion, basic bottoms, but a lot of print, a lot of outfit type golf gear. And we realized we needed to modernize it. We needed to make it more of your modern woman, where she likes to be matchy-matchy, but she also likes to just wear a simple solid top with a printed bottom, or the other way around. So we rebranded, and it has since just skyrocketed for our entire brand. And our ladies brands are actually our fastest growing brands of the entire company, which I think says a lot about the women's golf industry, and just the golf in itself. And I think it's exciting. You know, I think the best part of going out on the course is not just the golf and the camaraderie, but putting that outfit on, looking good, feeling good. It's fun, it's comfortable. I really wouldn't want to go out there now if I had to wear some ugly outfit from 10, 15 years ago. Although there are some classics, I will say, from that time. Yeah, and it's all great. And we actually have, within those brands that I had discussed with the ladies, they're all very different, but they all have the same functionality of being functional, and our designers are also golfers. So I just want to share my screen for a moment, and I'll give you a little preview of what I mean by how different they are, and how we can get a visual there. I'm going to share this. So here we have a little blurb about we call her our F&G girl, our Fairway Greene girl. As you see here, this is a little collection of just the different styles that this one brand offers. So I'm sure you've walked into a golf shop and you saw golf polos, and that was kind of it. You said, okay, I got a basic golf shirt. That's all I need. That's my staple item. However, you didn't realize that Fairway Greene had all these different styles. So here you have your basic white golf polo that everyone needs in their closet. It goes with everything. It's traditional. And then as you look around the page, we've added fashion vests, some printed layered tops over here. We have a blazer. I mean, no one wears a blazer on the golf course, but it's lifestyle, and you wear it to work, you wear it out to dinner. And then my favorite up in the corner is the dress. So believe it or not, this is a golf dress, and our designer, this is probably her favorite piece. She will wear this on the course, and she will go back up to the 19th hole at the end of the round, and she'll tie that belt on, and she'll wear that exact outfit on the course, or at the 19th hole after she just played a round of golf. So Fairway Greene is a very classic brand, very lifestyle, but also very golf at the same time. So you kind of get a feel for who she is with this page here. The next brand would be EP New York. So EP New York is the brand that we had totally redesigned and modernized. And I'd like to just scroll through. This will give you, this is actually a preview of our new collections that haven't shipped yet. So we have American Beauty, and you can see how there are more wild prints, more fashion oriented in the sense of more eccentric, but also you'll see as we look through today that you can tone those down a little bit. So maybe this dress isn't quite you yet, we're working on it, but we can also just take a solid navy top and put that printed bottom underneath. And then Bloomtown here, you get a little brighter, your black-based outfit. So everything will tie back to black here, but the pretty aquas and the pinks. And then last but not least, this group here, this isn't even shipping until July. So this, you'll have your classic houndstooth. So we always do very well with black and white groups. And this is where you'll see the skirt. It is a little bit louder. It's more fun, but that's how it should be. And if you want to express yourself through your clothes, EP is the brand for you. And then lastly, for the ladies brands is Zero Restriction. So I just pulled up our website here because I feel like this is a great way to just give you an idea of the different items that we offer on our site, because they're not only here, they're also in golf shops. We've seen this trend in lifestyle pieces, and you see this sporty, you're going to wear these to yoga class, you're going to wear these running the kids around. And then as you keep scrolling, you're like, oh, this is a golf brand. I can wear this to the gym, but I also wear it on the course. This printed skirts. And then you get into your outerwear. And a lot of people believe that Zero Restriction is only outerwear because that's what it used to be. So we've evolved a lot. And this is one of our hot items. We do a lot of ladies team outfits here too. So we can chat more on that later. But other than that, yeah, I'm excited to show you all the new items for the season.
Kim, that's great. I think it's safe to say that women's golf fashion has come a long way. Love the colors, love the patterns, love the versatility. Just really a lot of great pieces there. And so we've heard a little bit about the history of Summit Brands, the different brands under your umbrella. Would love to hear a little bit about how the designers that you mentioned think about laying out a collection. So where do they get their inspiration from? Are they speaking to female golfers, professionals or amateurs, or just very leisurely, women who are just picking up the game? How do they think about starting to create one of those beautiful collections that you just showed us?
It's actually really interesting, and that's a great question. Our designer, I reached out to her a while ago, and I always said, well, how do you come up with these collections? What's your inspiration? And she's inspired by interior design. She gets a lot of her prints and her fabrics through interior design. And it's kind of crazy. I would think, more fashion runway sort of inspiration, but she looks at magazines, Instagram, Pinterest, and she develops some new ideas through that. And then what she does is once she finds a print that she likes, she then develops a color palette, and she builds from the bottom up, which essentially is how we build an outfit. When we're going to dress ourselves for the day, we kind of think from the bottom up. We're like, okay, do I want to wear pants? Do I want to wear a skirt? Okay, I want to wear a skirt. Now what do I layer on top of that? And it's all about layering. So because the weather changes, we all know that you're not necessarily going to start out in a skirt and a sleeveless top and then wear that through the rest of the round. And golf's an all-day event, which is the best part of it. So what I'd like to do is I'll give you a little sneak peek at Fairway Greene collection and kind of show you how Kristen, our designer, she builds her collection and how it comes to be in this new group, and then how we sell it to golf shops. So you may walk into a shop and it may be your golf shop or just somewhere that you're playing at a match, and you only see 3 or 4 styles within the Fairway Greene brand. But know that the buyer has 3 racks like this to look at. So they're not just picking from this rack, they're actually picking from hundreds of items, and they have to narrow it down to what they think is best for their customer. So what you see online, you may see more than what you see in the shop. So what Kristen does, she'll take this skirt, for example, in this red, white, and blue theme. This will start shipping in July, so we're just showing these to golf shops. So this is a little exciting, at least for me on the sales side. But she'll take this print and then she says, okay, what can I pair with this? And she'll take an item like a sleeveless top. So this is the lady who loves a feminine, more of a little accented outfit, which is really great. And it's beautiful. And you have all that pattern mixed in. So she's like, okay, how do I outfit my woman customer who she wants a print on the bottom, but she just kind of likes to wear something solid on the top. And that's where she would pick from all of the solid pieces. And maybe you already have a navy shirt in your closet, but you're debating, you know, what you want to buy. You can totally just change that outfit to be a navy bottom with a print, or a navy top with a printed bottom. So you already have two options here. Your next option, you can take red. So there's so many ways. I always recommend, if you're going to buy a print that goes with a million different shirts, because you can just make a bunch of different outfits here. So she starts to think of how she builds on top of that. She has the sleeveless, she has the short sleeve, and then she starts adding in fun layers like this piece here. And again, you can just wear this with a basic solid bottom. So I always say, if you're more of a solid person, and which I am, I love to wear just a solid bottom. But if you wear a print, it's fun. It spices it up a little bit. Maybe you have a solid white top, solid navy bottom. Just add a little fun in there, and it'll look good. It'll spice it up a little bit. But this collection here, just to show you, she also thought of the person who does like the solid bottom and a pretty printed top here. And with that, layer on top of that with a navy quarter zip, and now you have a full outfit. So you can pull it on and off as the weather changes throughout your round. It's 4 hours out there, so you want to just be prepared. Throw it in your golf bag, throw it in the cart, whether you walk or ride. At least you'll have a little bit of everything. So I'm not sure where she found that floral print exactly, but she always has some sort of inspiration. And this theme is called Full Bloom. And there's always a name, there's always a delivery date that is associated with it as sort of our release date as we showcase these different pieces.
Love it. Are there any specific colors or trends that we should be on the lookout for this year and into 2022?
Yes, so we've seen a lot of aqua color. So going into the spring season, and the aqua's actually transitioned into fall. Usually with fall, you start to see the trends, the colors get a little bit darker, more toned down, but we've done a color story for our fall group with this aqua here with EP. And to switch over to EP a little bit, that brand, as you talked, the prints are a little more loud. They're a little more fun, but that's if you add a fun color. And again, if you want to just add a basic black top, you can tone this down a little bit. I know sometimes with EP, there used to be a stigma around the brand that it was just too loud, it was too matchy-matchy. And we changed it a lot where you can do a print like this and just put a solid top with it and not be super over the top. And then another colorway, which I know Sarah loves this one, we've seen reds and pinks. So you saw the Full Bloom group with Fairway Greene, but we also have seen this trend in Zero Restriction in reds. So beautiful red berry color mixed with blue, and they're very trendy. I mean, they're patriotic, they're red, white, and blue. You really can't go wrong there either. But you have full collections, and then you start your quarter zip layers, which I have on. This is the Shea Zip Mock. I'm wearing this actually as a shirt. It was designed to be a layer, but depending on the weather, just wear it as a shirt. You have full zips here. And then you pair those all with your navy. You can see, okay. So I would say reds, reds and aquas for 2021. And
you see a lot of women now wearing sun shirts to, protect themselves from the sun, being outside all day. Do you sell a lot of those? And what about other kind of crazier trends, like the shirts for COVID that, kind of come up over your mouth and form a mask? Or do you sell those? And what about trends like that?
So in terms of the shirts with the built-in masks, we haven't quite dived into that yet. However, we did back in April of last year when COVID hit and there was a shortage of PPE and a shortage of masks and everyone's like, what can we do? We as a company looked and said, we have all the tools and we have all the resources. So our distribution center is located in Barneveld, Wisconsin. And we said, how can we make a difference? How can we do our part? And we actually started cutting up old inventory. It wasn't even old, we were still selling it. We took inventory and we were cutting it up and we were making masks and we were embroidering club logos on there, industry logo, company logos, whoever needed them. So we try to do our part there. And so in regard to masks, that was kind of our contribution. We still are doing it, but it seems now everyone has their masks. Everyone's gotten creative, which I think is great. You can go on Etsy, you can go Amazon, you've got your masks. So that's that. And then in regard to sun shirts, I would say 90% of our shirts through all Summit brands have sun protection in them, and they have the UPF 50. We're very much known for EP sun shirts with the classic houndstooth. I would say this is our best selling or most popular sun shirt so far this year. And what's so great about them is they're very lightweight. They have a mesh underneath the sleeve and it's printed. So you don't have that solid block of fabric underneath when you lift your arm and swing your club. And this can be tied just simply with a black bottom. And it's very classic, and we do all kinds of prints, as you see here. And if prints aren't your style for sun shirts, you can go solids. Very low. I actually lived in these last year. I don't even want to say how many I have, but they're great. Wear them as a shirt, wear them as a layering piece, and they fit, they're flattering. The EP fit also, while we're on the topic, is not as boxy as it used to be. Same with Fairway Greene. We've definitely modified and modernized all of the fits. So it's not that boxy, cut you in half kind of fit. It really makes the woman's body look more flattering and not cut so much as a man.
Kim, there are probably some women on this call who subscribe to the, look good, play good mantra. And so I think you have us covered on the looking good part. But this is a competitive group and we want to make sure that we go out there and play well too. So can you just talk to us a little bit about functionality of your products and how you think about that?
Yes, so it's all about functionality. You have to be comfortable. There's no way you can go out and have the game of your life if you're tugging down your shorts, if you don't have pockets to put your tees and your balls in and your scorecard, and you're just uncomfortable. So our designers are all golfers. We're a golf company. Our sales reps, our management team, every designer, everyone who has a say in what we do as a company has been on a golf course and they've played a round of golf. So they know what it takes. They know what you need playing, whether it's 9 holes or 18 holes. And so it's just about, when you talk skirts, for example, the biggest thing is pockets. I think that if a skirt has no pockets, it should be illegal. Get it out of here. Donate it somewhere. I don't know. But the whole purpose is anything, even if we just wear a dress out and about to an event, we love pockets. But with golf especially, you have so many tools that you need while you're out there. So this EP skirt, for example, 2 big pockets on the side. You've got one in the back. And then even if you kind of simulating a tennis skirt, there's also a little ball pocket within the shorts. So with skirts, you have that sort of functionality. We also have, which is something to keep in mind, compression skirts. And that's a big thing nowadays. Most companies have some sort of compression skirt. And these, they have all the same functionality as the last skirt. However, these have a tummy tucking band here. So if you feel good, you're going to play good. So that's, I think, the most important. This skirt may work for someone else, for someone that doesn't work for someone else. And that's why we try to offer a style and a fabric and a fit and a feel for everybody. So it doesn't have to work for you, but it might work for your best friend or your sister. And on the outerwear side, pull out this is the Zero Restriction Michaela full zip. You want this to be totally functional. So zero restriction plays into that zero restriction feel. The whole garment is completely stretchy, made of what we call a spacer fabric. It has a little detail up here with, we call it the zipper garage. And if you want to zip this all the way up on a cool day, it's not going to cut into your chin, which you may not think about until you actually have this. And then with everything, all of our zippers have this dual zipper. When you go to putt, when you sit in the cart, release that zipper. And not everyone knows that that's actually meant to be used, but it's designed for golf, not just decoration. So pull that up a little bit, get comfortable. And yeah, totally functional.
And I know personally, if I'm playing in inclement weather, I always go straight for my zero restriction items. And so I've always been a little bit confused about, water resistant versus waterproof. And can you sort of review for us the differences there and what we should be thinking about based on the kinds of weather we might encounter out there?
Yes, so there is a difference, and waterproof, at least to zero restriction, waterproof is different than water resistant. We have our Olivia rain jacket here, which a lot of you ladies know because we have done this for Met team uniforms, and you play in the rain, so inclement weather, you know this piece. Olivia has been around forever. We tried actually changing her a few years ago, and everyone said, "What are you doing? Bring her back. We love her." So this jacket is completely waterproof. And by waterproof, I mean it's seam sealed. We actually, all of the zippers, all of the pockets, all of the seams around are actually sealed on the inside with a waterproof lamination, to where nothing will get through this. Nothing will get through the shell, nothing will get through the seams of the jacket. If you're talking about a water resistant jacket, it just means it's not seam sealed. So there's a chance water is going to get in those zippers, in through the hood, in through the top here, which we try to protect as well with that zipper garage. So there is a difference, at least with zero restriction. We do take waterproof garments seriously. That's where we started. So we are, I like to say, the best in the biz. This is your rain jacket. And while we're here, totally functional. You have wire in the collar to keep this piece away from your face. Your dual zipper, you have drawstrings in your pockets that will cinch the waist. So it's a flattering rain jacket. And I actually keep one of these in my car just in case I go to the grocery store and I happen to do my hair that day and it's raining. I just throw my hood on, throw it back in the car. And yeah, so not just for golf either. So it's just totally lifestyle. You're going to be out in the rain at some point. So I know sometimes seeing a rain jacket in a golf shop, you're like, I don't play golf in the rain, but you do other things. So zero restriction thinks of all of that too.
Very versatile. Kim, I think we had a question from one of our members when you were holding up some of the skirts earlier. What are the length of those skirts? And do you make varying lengths of skirts?
Yes, that's actually a great question. We do. So EP offers 2 different length skirts. So in our tech skirt, we offer a 17.5 inch, which standard skirts are most club rules, usually between anything above 15 or 16, just depending on the club. So we fall at 17.5 for this style right here. But the compression skirt that I had showed earlier, this is actually 19 inches. I'm 5'3" and I wear both. So it depends what look I'm going for. I'm, short, so a longer skirt sometimes for me isn't necessarily flattering. So I'll size down actually, and the brand doesn't run big, but because if I want to wear it a little bit shorter, I'll actually size down and I can pull it up higher. It'll sit higher up on my waist. And this style here, 17.5 is perfect. So it's not too short. Our main focus at Summit is to sell and provide product for our green grass customer, which is our private and public golf clubs in our resorts. So if they're not selling it because it's against club code or it's too short, it kind of hurts everyone. So we want you to feel comfortable and we want you to be successful too. And Fairway Greene, these skirts here that you saw in the prints, these are all 18 inches and as well as 0 restriction. So fun new preview here. We did a print for 0 restriction in this skirt, which we started last year and it did really well. So we're adding some new prints, but the Fairway and 0 are both 18. So we technically have 3 different length skirts across the brands.
Great. What about shorts, Kim? Do you sell a lot of shorts?
So we don't sell a lot of shorts, but we do have them. And unfortunately, I don't have my sample here. However, EP, that same compression fabric that we do in the skirt, we also do in a short. And navy, black, khaki, white, we have all of those. And so they're a 20-inch skirt. I had to think about that. They're a 20-inch short, and so great length, true Bermuda length.
Great. Okay, so I really want to tackle the golf dress. Before we had this call, we polled our members, and there was just not a lot of love for the golf dress. So can you kind of tell us a little bit about the design there, maybe show us some ideas from your rack there, and particularly around the functionality, kind of explain to us why a golf dress makes sense.
Yeah, so golf dresses, I have been selling them for the last 10 years, whether in a golf shop or actually I wouldn't even say 10 years because they haven't really picked back up. I'd say maybe about 6 years ago that you started to see them a little bit more. And there's always been a little struggle of, oh, I'm not good enough to wear a golf dress. And there's always been a little just, well, it's really cute, but, and I would say the same thing, say, well, I can't wear that. And then I realized as I got into the business a little bit more and I started realizing they're so functional. And if I could wear a golf dress every day, I probably would. So I think I need to up my golf dresses in my closet. So we at EP, we actually do 4 per group or 4 per season. So it's actually 8 new golf dresses a year and new prints. Fairway Greene, we do the same thing. Rumor has it we might be working on one for 0. So that just shows you if any fashion company or any company adds something to their product line, it means it's successful. So I'll go back to that beautiful full bloom Fairway Greene group. This is actually a golf dress. So it has a cute tie that wraps around. It's that same print with that button placket and a true collar, but it's not just a golf dress. You can totally wear this to the 19th hole after you play a round of golf. So what our designer does, and I think I mentioned earlier, she takes the belt off when she plays her round of golf. So she'll just untie it. She's got 2 pockets on each side of the dress, 2 functional deep pockets on each side. There's a zipper pocket in the back. And then the best part is there are shorts underneath. And the shorts are detachable. And I've had ladies not think that there were shorts under here. And it's crazy because if you are swinging a golf club, the last thing you want is for anything to be exposed. So the shorts, you can detach them, you can wear them, you can not wear them, you can bring this to a picnic if you have a summer party that you're going to, or wear it on the course. And they're so versatile. And the best thing about it too is you don't have to pick out an outfit. You wake up in the morning, you've got an early tea time, you throw on your dress. You don't have to, oh, the skirts doesn't go with this shirt, or my favorite shirt's dirty, or, you know, something of that sort. So this is one of our more classic Fairway Greene style dresses. And we also do fun prints, which I'll show you in that purple group with EP. So our EP dresses have, like I said, just since grown, and it has the flattering color blocking on the side. Same as Fairway, you have 2 deep pockets in the front, 1 in the back, and then you have the detachable shorts with the ball pocket. So totally functional, and they're adorable. And I think once you get a golf dress on, it's probably all you're going to wear. I know several ladies in my lifetime. I think one of them might be on this call. She loves golf dresses and she rocks them. And she says they're so easy. So hopefully, you know, I would love to, you know, grow interest in this category, because I think they make so much sense, and they're beautiful and they're functional. And I don't want to change clothes when I'm off the course and going to do different things. I just want to wear one easy thing. So
that's great. Kim, we have a couple questions from our members. Back to the skirt there for a second. Do you sell those in extra small?
Yes, our sizing is actually, so we go extra small through extra large in all brands. With the EP brand, we go extra small through 3 extra large. So we hit everybody, whether, you know, you're on the smaller side or the larger side, we have something for you. And it's really great. So whatever you're comfortable in, we'll always have those. And shirts too. So sports shirts.
Great. And a question on the dress. I think I understand that you can wear it with or without the belt. Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you can take this, actually untie it here. And there are loops that keep it attached, but they're very subtle. And you can just pull this right off. And now it's a little more comfortable while you play, but it's still a flattering cut.
Love it. What about pants for the fall?
So we do have a compression pant with EP, and those are currently on their way here on my samples. So I have been raving about these EP pants for probably years, as long as we've had them. And they're same as the skirt. They have that compression band up here, and they're a true ankle pant. So they'll sit right above your shoe. They won't touch your shoe, but they're not skin tight at the ankle like you would call a pencil pant, but they're still very flattering. And we have had requests actually this year, which is the first I've been hearing it, for full length pants that go over your shoe. And I totally understand it, because when it is cold, you don't want your ankles to be exposed to the cold. So we'll see if that's a trend that starts to pick up. But for now, we do have the ankle pant with EP, and we do have an ankle pant with Fairway Greene as well, called the Birdie pant. So if you search those on the website, you'll be able to find them.
Great. It seems like a lot of the pants that are out there now are sort of the pull-up style, rather than pants with a zipper and a button and traditional belt loops. Do you know sort of how that's come to be, and do you offer both styles of pants?
We no longer offer button front pants or shorts. And I witnessed the transition of that during my lifetime at the company and just in the golf industry. And the pull-ons, we would offer a button front short and button front pant, and we would just start to see the sales numbers for pull-ons go up here and the buttons go down. And the reason why is there's so much more versatile. An extra small, for example, fits a 0 and a 2. A small fits a 4 and a 6. A medium, an 8 and a 10. Whereas the button fronts, they don't have any give. You know, once you have that type, you eat a big lunch. I mean, it's like Thanksgiving. You need your Thanksgiving pants. I mean, you're doomed. But at least with the stretch, you have a little bit of room to move and wiggle room. And so I think that was part of it too. In the golf shops, our buyers, they loved it because they didn't have to buy very specific brands or specific sizes either. You know, they can cover multiple sizes throughout each skirt. So I don't think button fronts are coming back anytime soon, but as with everything goes away, it eventually comes back. So we'll see. So true.
We have another question about undergarments for the dress. So thankfully we know that the little shorts are under there. But what about on top? The armpits just look very kind of deep on one of the dresses. Can you wear a traditional sports bra under those, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we actually pay very close attention to how the underarms fit, and they do sort of look a little larger on the hanger. However, this just sample size, once they're on, that's one thing over the years we've just gotten so much feedback on. And I know there are, you know, other brands out there that are just, they're baggy in here. So if you size down, it's too tight in the chest. If you size up, it's too big in the arms. So it's one thing they really pay attention to, and they try to fit everything together. So all of this on the top half, you're not worrying about a sports bra and you're not worrying about the bagginess. And I know I haven't worn this dress personally, but I know with the EP tops, for example, I'll take this fun navy here. You know, this style here, I've actually seen ladies, we've done trunk shows, we've done all kinds of things. So I've seen a lot of women in different sizes try these items on, and they come out and they say, Kim, how does this look on me? And they've sized up, and the armhole, you can see they have more room, but it's still not see-through, even sizing up. So it's definitely something we pay attention to. We try to.
Great. So Kim, I have one more question for you to kind of put you on the spot. And then if we have time, maybe we'll be able to take a few more from our members. But you've obviously gone through a lot of great content with us and showed us some really wonderful styles. And so again, just to sort of put you on the spot, if you have the kind of day where you're at you're attending a golf outing, maybe you have to get there really early in the morning, it's cold, you're going to be playing golf all day, there's an event afterwards, it's COVID, so you have no access to the ladies' locker room, you can't take a shower, you have to go straight from the course to the cocktail hour to the event. What would you wear? Can you put together an outfit for us to show us how you would attack that kind of day from a fashion standpoint?
Absolutely. So there are a couple of things you can do, and I think it depends on the lady. If you're looking to be sporty and you don't care if you look a little more golfy at the end of the day, it's fine. You just want to have your layers. You know, I would take my Shea quarter zip. I have this on. You know, I layer it with my test vest, and then it gets cooler. And I then have my Olivia rain jacket, which will go right over your test vest. So you have all those pieces there. You can sit down at lunch. If you're outside, you have your jacket. However, if you're doing a nice luncheon after and you want to have something just a little more put together, it doesn't look like you just played golf, we can go back to, you know, that beautiful red skirt, that printed top, and then we can take this V-neck cotton sweater. Actually, maybe white will show a little better on the screen. And just bring this and pair this over top. So now you have a pretty white sweater just to go on top of your skirt. And these are so lightweight. They're just easy to throw on, fold it, just put it in your little tote bag, carry that with you. Also, depending where you are, you can go really lifestyle and pull out the hoodie. So if you're just looking super cash for the day, you've got the hoodie. And then taking it another level, I know it goes off the 19th hole a little bit, but the lounge pant. So you get home, you've transitioned out of your golf skirt, but you still kept the hoodie. And then you have this lounge pant that now goes with the hoodie. And that's one of the biggest trends that we've been seeing is loungewear and how golf transitions from the course, off the course. We've done pieces with zero restriction also that are more yoga style. So you have a few options, but I would say just bring a nice sweater, bring a nice layer with you, and just pair it with your outfit. You know, the zero look is a little sportier and it's a little more golf, but add a sweater. It's transitional, it's nice, you can wear it on and off.
Love it. Great ideas. I feel like I've been doing this all wrong. So thank you for sharing such wonderful fashion advice. I think at this point, we're happy to take questions from our members. I do know that we have one going back to the dress again. Are all of the dresses sleeveless, or do you make any with sleeves, short sleeves or long sleeves?
So at this time, all of the dresses are sleeveless. I know I keep pulling this one out here. It just happens to be in the center. They're all sleeveless. I actually have had a few requests for short sleeve dresses over the last couple of months. So we'll see if that's a trend that picks up. It tends to be a little more fabric for someone to wear. So we haven't quite gotten there yet. So sleeveless for now.
Actually, on Kim, on that one, could you take one of the short sleeves and put it underneath? Would the short sleeve be light enough to go underneath the dress, or would there be too much bulk there if you wanted to have it?
With the zipper or with the snaps or the buttons, but you could always try if that's something that you're interested in. Or another option, although that's still sleeveless too, you know, if you want a sun shirt like this, but you want that dress feel, you can take the, oh, here we go. You can take the printed skirt and layer it with these.
To make it look like a dress, yeah.
It looks like a long sleeve dress, yeah.
Got it, great. I did have one question for you as well, as we're checking off if we have them. But on the pullovers, I noticed some of them on the 3/4, the backs are longer than the front, correct? To give you a little more coverage. Is that, I don't know if that's all of them or particular brands.
Mostly zero restriction.
Okay.
So Zero, yep, will offer, this is our Sophia pullover, for example, and here's the back, and it's so it covers your bum a little bit. It makes it smoother for swinging, but also it just looks better. So you have that subtle detail in the back. Also thumb holes. So most of your ZR pieces will have the thumb holes. I know I have mine on my piece here. So on a chilly day, you don't need gloves. But yes, it's a very flattering look.
Kim, I think we've actually sparked some interest in the dresses during the course of the conversation. There's another question on sort of different heights. So if you're really tall, is there, an extra long dress, or are there different sort of lengths of the dress?
So great question, but only one length at this time. And, I've seen that across, a lot of companies that offer dresses. It is one length because it's a little bit harder to gauge. But these would fit similarly to an 18-inch length skirt. So they're based off that. I know if you're shorter, they tend to be a little longer, and if you're taller, shorter. So we went with the 18-inch length based on a size medium, and then it would just kind of vary a little bit through there.
Okay. What about, a lot of our members are watching the LPGA events on the weekends, and you see a lot of women out there wearing kind of tighter, more yoga style pants. Is that a trend that you're seeing out there?
Yes, and Zero Restriction actually did do a yoga pant, which I didn't bring today. So we have a legging. If you go on the website, search the CC legging. It's CCI, all one word, the CC legging. We did black and we did Storm. Storm is this blue color here, so it's a little lighter than a navy. If you've played on a team, you might know this color. Super classic, but we've done them. They have the pockets down the side and they're flattering. And Kristen, who's our designer, you know, she said she sent the samples back probably 10 times to get it right because she wanted your butt to look good. She wanted them to be sculpting. So that was her intention. And so it's great to see us kind of expand into that market. Wear that with your Shea Zip Mock, your Test vest. So you can wear all your golf gear, pair it with a pair of leggings, and, you know, just totally multifunctional.
Great. There was a specific question on where to buy EP clothing on your website. So that may be a good transition for us. I know you're going to share some exciting news for our members about, you know, it's a special treat on your website for people who want to go and shop for the awesome clothes that you've shown us today. So maybe this would be a good time to talk about that.
Yes, so great question. We have partnered with the WMGA here at Summit to offer you ladies a nice 30% discount on anything on our websites. This does not have an expiration date. It goes for as long as you'd like to buy things. And Lorianne will be sending out a link to you followed up from this meeting today. But it is a special code, and it's essentially works like a discount code. So if you usually search, you know, a Retail Me Not or some sort of discount site, you're Googling coupon code to save some money, it's that kind of code. And you can use it on all of our brand websites, Fairway Greene, Zero Restriction, EP, and Bedrati. So if you have a guy in your life who wants to wear some Bedrati and sport the WMGA logo, he can. Everything with this logo, with this code entered, will have the WMGA logo. So you can order anything that you want on our websites with the logo, and you'll also get 30% off. So I know Lori will send that. It's great. Support the league and support the ladies, and I think it'll be a great partnership. And I know it's hard, you know, a lot of you are either members at a club or you go to clubs and you buy you support the club by wearing the club logo. However, they don't have WMGA gear in the shop, unfortunately. So this will be a good opportunity to support the ladies.
Great. Thank you so much, Kim. We really, really appreciate it. If there are no more questions, Lorianne, I'll turn things back over to you to close us out. Oh, Lorianne, I think you're on mute. Oh. Still can't hear you.
Yeah, Lorianne, you're still on mute. All right, Shannon, we can close out the meetings. Lorianne's still on mute. So thank you for attending our swing series. Thank you, Kim, for giving us all of your tips and tricks to layer our outfits this year. And you'll see a follow-up email coming out shortly, hopefully tomorrow, with a replay of this video and the link with a discount code. So thank you and good evening.